point forward and making plays for his teammates. You see right there with a great pull-up jump shot. He has a lot of skills, great length. Obviously, defensively can switch and guard multiple positions. But this corner three, if he can get that percentage to go up a little bit more, it makes the Lakers so much more dangerous when LeBron does come back.
Right.
All these guys, Kuzma, Ingram, even Lonzo Ball, if they can get that three-point shot working, they can be more effective come playoff time.
And it sounds more and more like LeBron is getting close to coming back. Maybe we'll see him Tuesday night, maybe later this week. We don't really know. But how easy a transition will this be for his teammates once he's back out there?
I don't think it'll be easy necessarily, but I do like where the Lakers are in terms of LeBron coming back soon. Not sure about Lonzo Ball's current status in terms of how soon he might be back.
Right.
But most of these guys are going to be back soon, right around All-Star break, maybe right after. And I like where the Lakers are in terms of getting healthy and having the opportunity to play their best basketball at the right time. Nobody in the Western Conference is going to run away from them, even if they stumble a little bit leading into the break. This is not a team you'll want to play, you know, if they end up around 6 seed, you know, even if they slide up to 5. I don't think you're going to want to play a healthy Lakers team in the playoffs with LeBron on the floor. I just don't. And a lot of these guys that have found their rhythm and their presence with him out of the lineup, Zubats, Beasley's had some good nights, Lance Stevenson. Lakers are going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, you don't want to see him. They got to get there first.
True.
You got to make that happen. Well, unlike the Lakers, the Wizards' record has improved since losing an All-Star. They were 10-6 since John Wall went down for the season as they stepped on the floor in San Antonio on Sunday. We got a Shaqtin' a Fool nominee. Davis Bertans tries to throw the alley-oop, but that didn't really work.
Whoa.
All right, with another opportunity. It's a 3-on-1.
Throw it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. There you go. He had 21 on the night.
I like that better.
Thomas Satoransky over to Jeff Green. He'll knock down the three, and then it's Bradley Beal. Turns the corner. Oh, hangs and hits on the and one. He had 21.7 assists. Washington down a point at halftime. Here comes LaMarcus Aldridge.
Having another all-star season.
LA. 30 points, 9 boards on the night. Spurs pull away, lead it by 10. Derek White to Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay's still got some ups. Spurs win at 132-119. They improved to 3-0 without DeMar DeRozan, who is out with knee and ankle injuries. More coming up here on Game Time. Donovan Mitchell's hot streak continues ×2 against the Timberwolves. Deja Donovan against Minnesota Sunday night. We've got that for you. Plus, the Clips continue holding off the challengers in the West playoff race while Montrez spent a fair amount of time.
Our style that we have played these last, 5-6 years have got people accustomed to seeing us hit the backdoor cutter, make the extra pass, hit the open man. We might not get enough credit for it, but I know people love to watch it. It's more fun to be a part of, and people are just used to it at this point. They just are used to the Warriors, having a 35 assist night with 10 turnovers and, blowing out the competition, but it's harder than it looks.
Speak about turnovers. Is that one thing now that pretty much half the season is gone, you guys are starting to tighten up a little bit, just taking better care of the ball?
We do this every year. We always start out the year playing a little sloppy, and then Steve always yells at us, brings us back into practice, has us doing passing drills, jump stop, pivot, chest pass. But he always reiterates, the simple leads the spectacular. And he always tells us when we just make that simple play, 4 or 5 possessions from then, you're going to hit a home run. That's when beautiful plays happen, whether it's an alley-oop to KD, Steph 35-foot pull-up in transition, Draymond throwing a couple oops, Andre catching them. That's when those happen.
The boogeyman, Mr. DeMarcus Cousins is back from an Achilles injury.
Here's Durant with it around the screen by Cousins. Big roll, goes slam. Welcome back, DeMarcus Cousins.
Seen him in practice for his rehab to get to where he is now, and now he's on the floor. What's so different?
When he was in Sacramento, he kind of had to take the team on his shoulders for them to just be above 500. No offense, but I don't think he's played with this much talent unless it was Team USA. So the floor is open for him, and he is so unselfish as far as setting screens, making the extra pass. And he's just really smart too. If I'm coming off him for DHL, he's going to position himself so the defender has to go around him. Using his big body, coming off screens, him being able to stretch the floor, knock down threes is such an underrated factor for us. And just being a great basketball player, you can plug him anywhere and he will make the right play.
Klay Thompson's on an incredible run, and if you think about it, he's having a pretty incredible career as well. 5-time All-Star, holds these NBA records for most points in a quarter, most points in under 30 minutes, most threes in a game now, and tied most consecutive three-pointers with 10. That's a Hall of Fame resume in the making for Klay Thompson. What do you think was it just inevitable that he got hot again and the faucet sort of turned back on for Klay Thompson, or has something changed since Christmas? Yeah,
Klay, as you can tell, you can see all those records that he has. He puts the work in. You can't be that consistent, that well, have all those records in this NBA, playing alongside Steph and KD, and not put the work in. So sometimes you just start off slow. It's a matter of time of getting your rhythm, get your legs back underneath you, getting back in basketball shape, NBA shape. And he's cooking. I mean, he's having a great season. They're obviously playing terrific as well. They've won 10 straight basketball games. Now they bring Boogie back. There's going to be even more space for him because if teams decide to double Boogie, he'll be open even more. He may not be the one open, but somebody's going to be open.
Well, and this new lineup, it's good. It's good so far. They've played 42 minutes together, the new starters. They're plus 31 in that time, shooting 56%, 43 assists on their 50 made baskets as a unit.
Yeah, the efficiency level offensively for this group is probably going to stay that high because all 5 players have an ability to impact the game. It's great to see Boogie Cousins with the explosion, being able to finish above the rim like that, able to now step behind the three-point line, knocking down threes, getting out, running the floor, first one down. Klay mentioned his screen setting and his willingness to make plays for other people. This group is going to be scary good. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be challenging to slow them down. Mm-hmm. And he adds elements to them that honestly they haven't had because he's a guy that when you throw the ball to him on the block, he forces the defense to do this.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Curry and Thompson and KD start moving without the ball. And it's all downhill from there.
They've had a few different effective centers at what they do, but they've never had an offensive threat the likes of DeMarcus Cousins in the middle of that lineup. Saturday night in Boston, they got to show that part of their game off and a little defense late in that win over the Celtics.
Yeah, great game to watch. I was watching that at home with the kids. Boogie can do a lot of things, man. Boogie inside, he's a great passer. He's an underrated passer. Terrific rebounder. He's physically imposing. He's physical out there. He can shoot the three, but them as a whole, Steph Curry's getting off, KD's getting off. You can't double those guys. Klay Thompson's going to be open. Draymond's making plays for everybody. They're shooting 56% from the floor in those 4 games with Boogie out there. Their defensive rating is going up. Their passing, their assists are going up. They're just very efficient to what Coach Fish said. They're playing at a high level. I don't see it slowing down because Boogie's going to continue to get in shape and he's going to get familiar with the rest of his guys. And as that happens, they're going to keep going like this.
Well, that defense has always been there in this run under Steve Kerr, maybe underappreciated over the years, but again, you saw it last night against the Celtics.
Yeah, very underappreciated because of the shooting and the offensive output that they put on the floor. We always focus on that end, but as you watch here defensively, always great at putting multiple bodies in the paint, protecting the rim, multiple guys in their defense. Klay Thompson, great on ball defense, but Draymond Green was there. Here again, multiple guys engaged, bodies around the basketball, forcing tough, contested shots. We don't think of them as a physical team, but they bump bodies. They're not afraid to get after it. Draymond, and now with Cousins, he's a guy that physically can stand people up. And when he's there, and you see Sean Livingston with the smooth behind the back pull up, and that great defense, it puts them out into the open floor. Now they're attacking you without your defense being set, and which then makes them more dangerous offensively. And so let's not disrespect the fact that they've been one of the greatest defensive teams along with the great offensive shooting.
Absolutely. 10 straight wins now for the champs. Remember, Cousins is still only playing under 17 minutes a game. He's still getting worked into this rotation. And don't be surprised if they pick somebody up in the waiver wire buyout season after the trade deadline. Watch for yourselves. Monday night in Indiana, the opener of a doubleheader on the network. Then it's the Hawks in LA against the Clippers right here on NBA TV. Coverage at 6:30 Eastern Time. More to come. It wasn't just the heat, it's the misery in Manhattan. How Miami became the latest to sink the Knicks lower in the standings. Plus, a rare bright spot in Cleveland's long winter. Much more from Sunday when we continue here on Game Time.